Nothing's more important than family and health. Look at this.
Yo, what up? It's Duro, aka Triple C. You probably know me from my King of the Dot battles, or you probably don't know me, so...
I'm picking up women, I'm feeling like Drake. My is so good it turned young and made straight.
Charron. Welcome back to Toronto. How do you feel?
I'm good. I'm excited, nervous, confident, every type of emotion. It really, it all varies. I go from thinking I'm going to kill it to, oh crap, I got to go to my room and rehearse again.
Introduce yourself! Yo, what up, it's Sharon?
You had mentioned at the press conference today that Pat's Day has better stage presence than you.
Yeah.
How do you, and that is something that you are pretty much born with. It's not necessarily something that you can work on. So how do you plan on counteracting that?
No, all you could really do is work on your stage presence. For something like that, like Pat's Day, it's a known fact. I'm not saying this because I'm battling him. He's arguably the best performer in battle rap, controlling a crowd, at least in Toronto.
All that in a bag of fucking Cheetos. I'm so gangster, I could say a fucking Speedo. You, please, old regular bag of kettle chips. Look at me, I'm shagadelic, bitch. Swagger Genesis, dog, you can't fuck with me.
His stage presence is unbelievable. And it's like, I'm realistic. I know I'm not gonna, no matter how hard I practice, I can't outperform him in that aspect.
I'm sucker free, you gluten free. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Organik's little whore probably got him to do this free. He'll make you shout out King of the Dot in your mother's eulogy.
But I do have strengths over Pat's Day. I'm going to exclude freestyling in that because it is a written battle. I feel like I have better, more direct attacks than Pat's Day.
You portray this image to hide the fact you're a bitch with no confidence. I'll battle you in a handicap stall and relinquish your dominance because you're such an attention whore you can't even shit without fishing for compliments.
I feel like I have wittier lines, better similes. I feel like he's more creative in a sense with this concept.
Your motherfucking highness, I am everything you've ever wanted to be. I'm the star you strive to align with. I am the man. Wait, I am the man on the top of that mountain you struggle to climb that didn't even try. You think it's a lie, then why am I a bigger name than you when you've done so much more than I did? Open your eyes, kid!
But I feel like I'm better at getting the point out and more lines across.
You declined battles on Smack. You could have made some decent money. You battle in Canada because we're the only place that thinks you're funny.
So I also have a game plan for Pat's Day as well, in the sense of just breaking down his character, because Pat's Day and I is an interesting battle because there's history behind it. A lot of battles will be like you versus Arsenal, you versus Clips. It's just literally two battlers that have never interacted before, just battling for the sake of battling. There's a storyline between Pat's Day and I. So I could combat his stage presence by just using weapons that I have, in my arsenal that perhaps he doesn't possess as well, and play to my strengths instead of trying to cater to his.
You headline every world domination, but it straight up seems to bug me. How you gonna dominate the world when you're too afraid to leave your country?
To me, I started off freestyling before I started off rapping.
You cannot get this every time that I speak this. The linguistics of English, the syntax and sequence.
So when I started off in King of the Dot, I was almost freestyling half of it and writing half of it, and I was able to get away with it when I was against like shit opponents starting off. But as battle rap progressed and the opponents got tougher for myself, I had to find a way to write better, and it's something I think I struggled with early on in my career, but I feel like in the past year or two I really found my groove with getting better writtens, and it's really helped me out. Some people could say whatever they want, like Pat's Day. He could say mediocre lines because he's Pat's Day, and people are like, yeah, but I don't feel like my character gets away with that. So you're not as funny as this guy. So just stick to what you're good at. So you just like have to find you.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Every time, man, I know that you're a funny clown. I'm like Steve Jobs, way I'm living in the underground.
You've had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful 2014.
Yeah.
In just 12 months, you had your BT cipher, which you deserved.
Won't stop till they put me on a billboard. If the good die young, I would have been a stillborn.
We had you on Snoop Dogg's Gladiator.
Yeah.
We had your CD distributed across Canada in HMVs. What else? We had TSN Sport Highlights.
You're a Patriot fan and you're not impressed. So Brady in the weight room. How much can you bench?
It's your first URL debut, your King of the Dot title match, all in 12 months. How accomplished do you feel after all these things?
I feel accomplished, but I always feel like you can never be content because there's always more you could do. You know, every accomplishment you achieve, you should always strive to find a way to top that, especially for the next year. I had a really good, 2014. Just sets the bar that much higher for my 2015. I feel really accomplished because as much as, you could have favorites in battle rap, especially in Canada, you could say Charron's number one, he's top 5, he's bottom 5, he's the worst, because it's really all preference. There's no right or wrong answer. But you really can't deny who has had the most accomplishments in Canadian battle rap, which has been myself.
I was diagnosed with a form of autism when I was 12 years old, nonverbal learning disability.
I do have a learning disability. It's called nonverbal learning disorder. It's kind of similar to Asperger's, and just for anyone who's not like familiar with it, but a lot of it has to do with controlling body language, social interaction, even like voice inflection. Like when I was younger, when I first talked, like everything it was all monotone, and I had to pretty much teach myself how to get inflection, how to move your hands correct and stuff. So,
but it's a form of autism, correct?
Yeah.
And are you legally can't drive a car and things like that?
So legally I can, but I've tried, I'm not able to.
Right.
Like just with my hand-eye coordination.
There's a lot of great Canadian battle rappers. I would never say I'm the greatest, because I think a lot of people are the greatest in their own way. But I think my work ethic speaks for itself, where I'm the hungriest and I want this more than everyone else. And I feel like I take the craft more serious than my competitors.
In a year or so, you'll be screaming my name.
For your BT cipher, I thought you did great, by the way. I, however, read some Canadians say that you bombed it and they weren't impressed.
Listen, Pinhead, Sharon was right. You got it with nothing to spare, you tweeted, I'm pulling strikes. Punches hitting so hard, you after ISIS. On cam, I'm cutthroat like ISIS.
You've done a lot for the Canadian battle rap culture and the hip hop scene. When you read a fellow Canadian put you down like that, do you ever feel betrayed by your own people, considering the amount of work that you put into it?
Not at all. It's the internet. The internet is like anything will pop up. You could
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, there's keyboard warriors. Like no one's came to my face and never been like, Charron, I think you're like a huge faggot and you suck at battle rap. Like everyone hates you. I'm gonna knock you out. No one said one negative thing to me ever. It's like online, I swear, I bet you half the people online that say you suck, they're probably at an event like, yo, respect.
You do everything that you do for the culture. You even said one time that you didn't care if you got the title shot or not, just as long as the matchup was a good matchup.
It really comes down to the people that make the culture possible, which is like Organik.
Hey, yo, King of the Dot, put your money where your mouth is.
Avi Rex, Ryan PvP, Bishop Brigante. I could go on and on about, the King of the Dot staff. We got some King of the Dot staff here in this room. I see like Organik putting in so much work.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I don't know if he's making $1 million or losing a ton of money. I don't really know.
Make some motherfucking noise for the entire battle community across the world, y'all.
I just know that he works so hard for everyone. And he risked his sacrificed his whole rap career because he was a battle rapper, Organik, and he quit to provide a platform for other rappers to get out there.
Your shirt is probably the only check you fucking got. And that's funny, when I fuck this other, I'll take the $1,000 and I'll fuck your mother.
So at the end of the day, I've seen how hard Organik works, which is harder than any other battle rapper.
Hey yo, fuck you in your written verse, bitch. Your life is over. Fuck you, man.
Musically
you cock-sucking faggot.
I think Organik's got some real anger management issues.
and it's like they get the recognition, but it's like it's all about the battlers. The battlers want this money, they want this now, and the staff has to provide it. So I really feel like the staff is underappreciated for all the work they do, and I just appreciate every opportunity that's been handed to me.
Shoutouts to King of the Dot, man. Everyone doing it big. Organik, support the movement.
And that's what I feel maybe some people don't understand. They think like, yeah, but it's because I'm that good that I got to this spot. It's like, yeah, but they provided you with the platform. So anything you get out of this in the future, whether you get a record deal, you get a TV show, you get a crazy sponsor, Drake puts up money for your battle, and like that all started from Organik and the staff.
It's easy to tell he's Lebanese. He smells like cheap cologne and pizza dough, and then I got you in a corner like those stores that your people own. And back in Lebanon, no middle school didn't go so well, because every time he had show and tell, he had to bring his parents' goat for sale. So instead of screaming West Coast, you catch little old Bashir screaming fresh goat.
Obviously, it's like I have to be paid for my services too. Battle rappers do. But anything that I could do that could help further the culture and, help myself eat, help my friends eat, I'm all about it.
That's the place to be, the #1 league. Everyone's doing it big.
Drake, 10 grand. Money down. That was just a very recent
I don't know if it, Boy Wonder tweeted Drake's putting 10 grand down for Shiro and Pat Stay. I didn't know how much it was, so I retweeted that, but damn, he's just throwing around 20 grand like that. That's amazing. Drake is a fucking man. Let's just be straight up honest. This event happened because he picked all the matches and stuff. Drake set up this event, worked with Organik to do it. Obviously the staff helped out too, but
you missed the Grammys for King of the Dot. That is incredible.
Well, I'm a King of the Dot fan, so I mean, yeah, I did. I missed the Grammys for King of the Dot because there were important battles going on that day, and OVO was sponsoring the event. And shout out to Organik and Gully. It was better than the Grammys, to be honest, that night.
Drake, he puts on for his city. Drake is in Toronto helping out Canadians. The fact even he's putting his name on something that I'm doing helps out me. And him putting money on top of that is it just goes to show how fucking cool of a dude Drake is.
What would you do with the money if you win that 10 grand?
Realistically, it's going towards a house. I'm sorry.
If you are Beyonce, then I'll give you twins.
The entertainment industry is not always what it seems. With all that you've accomplished, have you ever felt underpaid?
Yeah, sometimes it's for some things I feel overpaid for, and some things underpaid.
Battle rappers, for the most part, are broke. You, however, have been super successful in many, fields. Can I ask you, are you a millionaire at this point?
Yeah, maybe. I basically hit a goal that I wanted to, a benchmark to have to basically feel comfortable to retire at, and I hit it at 26.
For battles, I feel like almost everyone is overpaid when it comes to their demands. When it comes to someone saying, I want $40,000 for this battle, it's okay, if you feel you're worth $40,000, that's great. That's what you feel you're worth. But how is someone going to recoup that money and profit off that? I just don't really see where the profits come from by paying someone $40,000. I feel like what I get paid, and I know a lot of my battle rap friends get paid, is a fair amount because we do put a lot on the line for each battle, and you can't have a battle rap league without battlers, so there needs to be monetary compensation.
I'll be completely honest, most people would probably think if you've made a certain amount of money, you would assume it's from TV or battle rap or something, but I made the majority of my money doing door-to-door sales. When I was younger, I was going door-to-door selling water heaters, furnaces, ACs, and eventually use my network because I had a lot of fans battle rapping, and just got an override off a bunch of people.
I feel like when I first started off, I did a lot for free. You'd be surprised how long it went until I started getting paid for battles. Got a camera for Christmas. It's pretty fucking sweet. Gonna spit a freestyle, pick a beat.
Freestyling right now, you know I drop it. Every time I sing, the flow is just melodic.
It's kind of like someone like yourself. You know, you got to do the groundwork for free.
I mean, I'm getting paid a lot of money for this.
Oh yeah, I know you're getting paid. I know you're making like 50 racks off every like name drop you do here.
Yeah.
Charlie Clips just paid you that money. You got to put in work and do the little things to get the big gigs.
Yeah,
like
you do.
I had this in mind when I started off to become King of the Dot champion. I knew I had to do little things to get there.
Yeah.
And like someone like yourself, you have to do little things to get to a spot where you are now. Like you're doing very well for yourself. I'm sure you had to do like little gigs to get there.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I forget what those days were like. They were so long ago. I've been making so much money for so long.
Stacks.
And if you want her, I can't surprise her.
I can't surprise her, but you know that it's fire. My favorite hobby is texting Mariah. You do not know.
A lot of thirsty people in the league as opposed to hungry.
It's a good comparison. I mean, I don't really know. I think people generally, they're not even really so thirsty because there's not too much you could get out of it. By battle rapping, I guess you could get views, maybe you could get groupies, you could get, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, you have something to prove. So I feel like the thirsty people would be more like people trying to get, not saying you, like, you know, people trying to get involved in the scene, like someone trying to get rich off it, like another league trying to pick the battlers out and trying to get a bunch of money off an event. I find those are the thirsty people, but I find the battlers generally are hungry. But there are thirsty people for a paycheck. I'm not going to say names, but Charlie Clips, I love him, he's great, but he came to Canada for a paycheck against me. Like,
I was going through some real shit. I had to almost cancel this battle.
he didn't even try. It's like the win counts, but at least you could have tried a bit harder.
Yeah. So you don't think that it was an excuse at all about how he said he had something to do with his family and he had a death in the family and that's why he came unprepared? You don't think that's a valid excuse?
I think death is definitely a valid excuse, but if it happened, you know, the matchup was set up for like 2 or 3 months in advance. So if it happened within the first like week or month of that, it should have been canceled and postponed. If it happened in the last like week, your material should have been written already.
Uno Lavos didn't show up. Your boy had to handle that. I'll rematch DNA because I'm the best freestyler in battle rap.
Hollow the Dawn, he said that he would battle you. What do you think of this matchup? I know that you're always into matchups that are good for the culture as opposed to just any random matchup.
From a humble standpoint and realistic view, it's pretty generous of Hollow the Dawn to do because it is a step down from what he's doing. Not that I'm downplaying myself at all, that, you know, he just went from Loaded Lux to Joe Budden. And then, you know, he's doing the Clips headline battle. He's never really done an international battle. I don't think he's done an international battle. He's never battled anyone outside of the States. So if I was the first person he chose to battle, where, you know, people have Hollow Dawn ranked as the best in the world right now, it would definitely be great. And it makes sense due to the freestyle ability between us and unorthodox styles. It would definitely be something I'm interested in doing, and I'm a huge fan of Hollow. And, you know, I think I could beat him if it came down to it. But
you think so?
I think I could beat anyone.
You are not a beast. You know Pat's the GOAT when he can make Organik and Smack squash the beef.
What about Pat tomorrow?
Yeah, I think I could beat Pat, but you didn't let me finish. I think anyone could beat me too. Anyone. Doesn't matter how bad you are. Like, I feel just on any given day, you could be so whack and someone could just rise to the occasion and beat you. Like, I don't like, obviously there's people who don't rap. Like, if I battled my grandma like blackout drunk, I would still beat her, you know. But like, if there's someone who knows how to rap and they're good and I'm supposed to beat them, they could beat me. If you're Eminem, Loaded Lux, Hollow the Dawn, I could beat you.
You are undefeated for the last little while.
Yeah.
So who do you think would be a really, really challenging match? Excluding Pat's Day, we already know that's
Pat's Day
awesome.
for sure. A really, what'd you say, challenging match?
Yeah.
We'll exclude Hollow too, which would be an answer. I feel like one that would make sense and is challenging would be Disaster.
60 grand to battle me? What does that mean? You can't put 60 grand against me for 60 grand to come battle you because there's no reason to fucking battle you. In Canada, you are a star. See, in America, people don't know who you are and they don't really care. And to be honest, I would have done this battle had it not been the timing. The timing now equates to you being a little worm trying to climb to the top, and worms can't get to the top unless they earned it.
But then I went to Blue Flame.
I think, you know, he's had his ups and downs. I'm still a huge fan of Disaster. I think he's done a lot for the culture, and he's a great battle rapper. His last battle with Cassie didn't go the way he wanted, whether or not he won or not. You know, I don't think he performed to his full potential. And he's just someone that's so explosive. Whether or not you hate Disaster or not, like, until you've seen him rock a room and control a crowd, you can't shit talk the man, because he performs like, maybe Pat Stay's a better performer, but Disaster's intensity is not matched by anyone.
Fuck around and make me have to pass the Tommy gun to Mark's brother, and you better hope that does not stutter.
So that's something where it's like someone like myself, who's a little, you know, not the biggest stature, for lack of a better term, and not like the most aggressive. I'd have to like develop a game plan to beat Disaster instead of like, you know, going full out and yelling at him. So
you've been battling for a really long time. You've seen the culture evolve and grow. Is there something that you miss about the good old days of battle rap?
I miss that it was more lighthearted, in a sense, like you could just like look at you and like tell little jokes, like have a fun time.
Let me know when you want me to jump in this shit. Anytime. Yo, I'm coming on the mics with raw rapping, jaw snapping, freestyle here with Scott Jackson.
Everyone's there to laugh and stuff, and everyone's like, it was kind of like stand-up comedy with rhymes.
Right.
Now it's more like, where's your bars?
Yeah.
Where's your triple entendres? It's more serious, which I have no problem with. But now I'll have a battle, and it's a lot of like triple entendres and battle references, and you'll show it to someone that isn't a fan of battle rap, and they're like, I don't get it. It's like what the fuck is this burner? What the fuck, you know, when you're showing battle rap to people, and like, what is this? What happened in this battle? And it's too obscure. Where I find back in the day, even though it was like homophobic, like you're so gay, you do this, or you're so Asian, you know, it was just like to a broader audience. Where now it's like you almost have to be in the culture to understand it.
So are you ready for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not people think it's my biggest opponent, which, I mean, I think technically Arsenal's a bigger name, more views. I think he's my deadliest opponent. He's my biggest threat, and I've been calling this out for a while. Like, I can't just go out there and not do amazing, because it's like, all right, Charron, like, show us why we gave you show us why you've been asking for this for so long.
How much pressure are you under?
A lot. Like, I'm very nervous. I'm confident. But I'm nervous just because I put in so much work for this, and like I want it a lot. I want to win that title.
I was told, you know, so many things in life I wouldn't be able to do, but I knew there was a couple things in life that I would excel in, and I just focused on those and didn't focus on the things that, you know, I wouldn't be able to drive. Or it's like embarrassing to say, but I had to drop out of college because I couldn't find my classrooms. Like,
The only thing that ever shot you was a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids gun. And I don't...
You feel like, oh, like, and you know, people don't like using the word like I'm retarded, but like sometimes you feel, I felt like that.
Your last song, 4 minutes, I can't get back. I'm gonna tell my kids this was Eminem's response to your whack-ass diss track.
You know, if you just work hard and have a positive mindset, like good things will happen to you. And for everything that you can't do, there's going to be something that you can do. And if you work harder than everyone else, then you're going to win in the long run.
Almost every battle I've done has been like leading up to this, and it's like I just feel like I owe it to myself to win it, and would be like, I'll be pretty devastated if I lost.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's going to go through your mind? Let's say you don't get that title shot. What's your next 5 days of your life going to be like after that?
I mean, I'm not going to be slitting my wrists in my room listening to like The Weeknd or anything, but like I'll be upset. Like, it's not gonna ruin my life. I'm not gonna quit battle rap, but like I'd be disappointed because it's something that I wanted. But it's just like, it's on to the next battle. I don't think I would campaign for another title shot.
You wouldn't?
Nah, I think you get one chance.
Well, thank you for your time, Corey.
Thank you.
This was wonderful. I appreciate it, and I really look forward to Sunday. This is gonna be insane.
You just like have to find you.